It looks like it doesn't get much past the self-check.
Well, welcome to Tin Time Projects again. Uh, you know what we're here for, to put some parts in. But it just dawned on me that maybe some people didn't watch the very, very first video and have no idea what the problem originally was. So here it is.
Going through the meter. Yeah, no nothing. Alright, the only thing I can think of to start right now is MCL and F input, and power on resets the CPU. But nothing's happening. I get this baggie of capacitors. That's how they came, not marked or anything, so, and not even like taped to a piece of cardboard so that I could find them. So had the envelope gotten ripped open or something. Alright, let's see if we can test this. Ah, poop. .5 nanofarad. Now, what are we looking for? I think that could be correct. Actually, I think we're looking for 4.7, but that's close enough. Let me get the one that was in here. I'm going to get the one I took out of the radio. See if it's probably fine, or at least it probably was. Right there. That should be it. So let's see. Four 4.8 nanofarad. So all right, looks good. See if I can get a picture of that with. Okay, so there's the two burned components in my hand right here, and just to give you an idea of the tiny size of them. Oh, I'd already checked for a short to ground on the terminals with the pads for the transistor. Now I want to see if there's any voltage on that. So let me turn the power supply back on. Okay, the radio is powered up into its mode that it doesn't do anything, but let's see. Where are we looking? How about here? Let's check this lead. Oop. Okay, 4.6 volts on that one. 0 on that one, which I would expect because that's the one to ground. And 0.1. So far that seems realistic. So the first one that I had the 4.6 volts on. Let me make sure that that's the collector. Alright, so this lead here, where is it? Oh, where are you? Right here is the one that goes to the diode, and it has 4.61 volts, and that is the one that would go to the collector. So that's when I expected voltage to be on. Alright, so we know our VCC voltage is apparently not destroyed either.
Alright, so here we have some the IC or the transistors for the radio that I bought. Got these from Amazon, and I don't know, you know, they came from China, but I'm sure they probably all come from China. It's just are these good Chinese ones or the junk Chinese ones, you just don't know. Now, I did order some from a electronic supply house here in the States, and they're supposed to be here on Thursday. So the question is, do I wait and put probably a more reputable one in? Let's see if I can see any indication of what these are. I'll tell you a whole bunch, I'll tell you that. So what I want to do anyhow is get one and solder some wires to it, and then I will put it in the tester, just make sure that it's the correct orientation of transistor. So everyone should use a pair of tweezers to get that out of there. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Put this down here, like so, because my hands and head are going to be in the way. Doing this, you won't see anything. They're not touching. All right, let's test it. Testing. All right, it is saying it is a NPN. One's the base, two's the emitter, three's the collector. Let's see if that's correct. Let me write that down just in case. Just in case. All right, my part came, and I confirmed that it is the correct pinout by soldering the wires like I did to the other one. So I have it in place here. Let's get my soldering iron ready. A little bit of solder on it. Oop. Put a little bit of flux on there. Alright. Under here it looks like a flood of flux. Use this here to hold it down. Everything seems to be tacked on. I'll put a little bit more solder on the pins. Poop. Yeah, that fused. Man, my glasses are falling off my face. There we go. Clean that off. Don't like that flux. It turns too brown and I can't see.
We'll get the microscope and put it on the TV and see. Alright, we're about ready to put power to it. I have this camera trained on this area right here to look for smoke. This one can see what happens with any anomalies on the front end. I do have an antenna just in case it goes crazy and goes right into the transmit. So let's give it power and see what happens. Nothing. All right, so with power applied to it, no difference. So let's just try a couple of things here. It won't stay. It doesn't want to stay focused. It doesn't know what to focus on, I think. Well, if I hit the power button, it does turn it off. So the power button works. But if you don't have it off for a long time, the screen stays blank. I did notice that. I have, with it turned on, 1.2 amps draw, approximately. With it turned off, that ammeter showed me 0 draw, which that's kind of a good thing. I thought it would draw a little bit for the memory, but... Alright, so that's where we're at with that. I think what I want to do now is I want to get familiar with the CPU in this and see what all the inputs and outputs are. Maybe check the reset and the standby modes. Like I said, I do have another board I could throw in the one, from the other radio, but if it really did get a shock from lightning, there's always be way more wrong with it than that. So let me poke around with this and I'll see what our next steps are going to be. Thanks for watching.